Where we do have an update on this breaking news situation. One person is confirmed dead after an officer-involved shooting this morning. Coming to you live from CSUB, where as you can see behind me, the California Faculty Association is already getting set up for today's strike. And where, like the rest of Kern County, this area is under a flood watch. Now, those 70 to 90 mile per hour winds from yesterday are no longer in our forecast. However, heavy rain is on the way. Just look how this arena has transformed. Can you believe the ice is under all this plywood here? We're getting ready for a bull riding extravaganza.
Custom printed cookie.
With my face on it. Show the camera. That's me. If you live south of Flower Street in the 93305, you may be getting your door knocked on by a new coalition. We first brought you this story on the graffiti problem last year. A new agreement between city and county can help with abatement coverage. Now local residents are saying despite the improvement they've seen due to the agreement, there's still a lot of work to be done. So you were saying earlier that funding needs to be tailored to these specific communities. What would you say downtown Bakersfield needs? She's beauty and she's grace, but in 2024, Miss Bakersfield is so much more than just that. Just wait till I show you the Super 7 day because our temperatures will be dropping. As you can see, as we head towards tonight, the rain is starting to move in, but it's really going to pick up overnight into very early Thursday morning. Canyon. So what are we warming up to today? Not too bad, right? Mid to low 60s out there for our desert communities, as well as Delano has higher chances of it, but I don't really think it's going to be a big factor in your forecast, everyone. Here, this high pressure system that's been keeping us warm, going to warm us up a little bit more, and then we're shaking things up with a low pressure system moving in, mostly affecting Northern California. However, we're going to get a little bit of this system as well. I'll outlast you. That's the message one Oildale man has to graffiti artists tagging up his neighborhood. I'm Ava Kershner, your neighborhood reporter in Oildale, standing here on the corner of North Chester and Roberts. Two streets, he says, have the most work to be done.
Personally, I think it's just 12-year-olds stealing paint out of their grandparents' garage.
Mike Clopton spends his drive home from work looking for one thing.
Everywhere, all over. I painted over every one of them.
With a truck full of gallons of paint.
15 gallons of the gray, and I have white, and I have tan.
He spends his weekends cleaning up graffiti for free.
Totally volunteer.
It's been over a year since the county of Kern and the city of Bakersfield entered an agreement to work together against graffiti. Since then, the requests for abatement have averaged out to 7 per day, but the invoices from the beginning of the year grew over 10 times in amount.
By the time we got into Q2 and Q3 and then into Q4, you really saw those requests ramp up as people started to get the word on how they could report graffiti.
From just 21 complaints for Q1 to 386 complaints for Q3, all getting cleaned up. But Clopton still does his fair share, even being recognized by those spray painting.
Somebody painted my name on there, and Mike Clopton, the whole name, and put an X through it. I got to tell you, I'm proud of that one.
Clopton says he has seen a difference since the city and county started working together, but him and his grandson still have their weekends full.
I mean, my little grandson says to me yesterday, he goes, "Why would people do this, Papa?" I said, "I don't know exactly why they do it." He goes, "It's like they want to ruin the city." That's what my little 8-year-old grandson said to me.
If you're a resident of Oildale wanting to help with the cleanup, or you have graffiti you need to report, all information on how to do so can be found on our website, turn23.com. In Oildale, I'm Ava Kershner, your neighborhood reporter. In this week's Kern's Kindness, we're bringing you a story of tradition. I'm Ava Kershner, your neighborhood reporter in Bakersfield. Now, during the month of February, many dads take their daughters to the father-daughter Valentine dance. However, one local man has set the record by taking his daughters every year for almost 3 decades.
We haven't missed one yet?
Bill Galbraith started taking his daughters to the father-daughter dance when they were just teenagers. And 26 dances later...
We used to dress fancier, but as we got older, we're like, if I'm going to be dancing, my shoes...
flats. Like, girls showed up in heels, and I'm like, your shoes are going to be off in 10 minutes.
The tradition started in the 90s, and according to the sisters, you can tell.
And the hairdos, that was definitely the early 90s.
The only years that broke the streak were the dances canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But in 2024, this is set to be their 27th father-daughter dance.
Those teen years, sometimes
kids can get embarrassed of their parents. Did you guys ever go through that with your father-daughter dance?
Not with the father-daughter dance, but with the embarrassment. Yeah, all the time. That's part of my job in life, is to embarrass my children.
Over the years, the family finds themselves explaining their tradition more and more.
Kids are getting older, and then they stop showing up because their kids have grown up and gotten married and moved out of town. And I've had guys say, I'm really sorry that I can't find a daughter or a granddaughter to bring, because I miss that.
From old ticket stubs to family photos, the Galbraith dining room table is covered with memories. When asked why he takes his daughters to the dance every year, Bill says,
well, we're family. And it's important to me that we keep in touch.
The dance is intended to provide an example of what a healthy relationship with a male figure looks like and how girls should be treated by their future partners. Despite the sisters already having families of their own, they keep the custom because...
See, like dads and sons will do stuff and moms and daughters will do stuff, but just to kind of like reemphasize that dads and daughters need to spend time too.
You see the dads that come in and they're like, oh, your daughters are still coming, and they're how old? And it was like, we're gonna come until we can't, right? Like, we're gonna be here until we can't be here.
The family tells me their favorite song to dance to is the one that always closes out the night, Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World. In downtown Bakersfield, I'm Ava Kershner, your neighborhood reporter.